lightning inside me, son of a god. I'm like a titan that's rising, oh just you watch. I'm stepping into fate, there is no time to waste. I've got that lightning inside me, this is how legends are made. Up on the throttle, victory is mine. Show you the harder the battle, harder I fight. I've come too far to quit, step back, I'm going in. I'm cranking up on the throttle, this is how legends are made. Like iron from the fire, getting stronger. This is how legends are made. Above it all, untouchable. is how legends are made. This is how legends are made. This is how legends are made. I've got the lightning inside me. Oh, just you watch. This is how legends are made. I'm like a titan that's rising. Oh, just you watch. This is how legends are made.
Hey guys, welcome to another edition of Friday Night Front Stretch. Let me see if let's get on. There we go. There I am. Hey guys, welcome to Friday Night Front Stretch special edition here in November. We're going to take the pulse of the RC Nation across the country as we got a guest stars tonight, Mr. Todd Holloway, the legend in quarter scale. I guess you probably can call him the GOAT. And then we got Brian Howard, the co-chair for CUSAC. We're going to be picking these guys' brains a little bit, reviewing a lot of different things that are going on with news and information and things like that. But I want to say a big thank you to all the guys who came back out here in October. We had between Saturday and Sunday, we had 92 cars registered in these 10 scale cars. And so we're looking for bigger and better next year, along with our large scale companions as well. So guys, if you're on, get on the chat, tell us who you are. I see we got 10 people on here. But yeah, guys, we had a great season. We're going to have breaking news coming in here, different ideas and stuff. So in the meantime, let's bring in Brian Howard. There he is. He's CUSAC co-chair, and Todd Holloway from CUSAC. Welcome, guys, to a kind of last minute show before the holidays come in. So welcome, guys.
Hello, Mike.
How are you? Larry.
So anyway, we got some things going on. We're going to talk to Todd and Brian about the Worlds, review a little bit about that. I also have the point sheet through, what do you call this series? The Sprint Challenge Series, Todd?
Quarter scale sprints on dirt challenge.
Quarter scale and dirt, yeah. So I've got the final points. This was based off the Gators, Outlaws, and the Worlds, and there's 2 features in it. So we'll go through that. So guys, give us your thoughts on the Worlds. Let's start it off there.
Go ahead, Brian.
I had a great time. So my second time, well, I think it was all of our second time for me and Todd. It was fun. Track was different this year than it was last year. 5th scale guys are great to race with. Of course, we had our what do we have? 10 people there. It's 12 total,
something like that. Yeah.
Of course,
12 or 14 total. Yeah.
Yeah,
we were all pitting together and had a good time hanging around the thawing out Thursday night or Friday night, whatever it was. It was 40 degrees inside that place.
I saw that you guys are wearing beanie caps and sweatshirts.
Oh yeah, we had the fire.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a real good time. It was real fun again.
How about you, Todd?
We have to really give a shout out to those guys that run the Worlds, Bill Empson and Steve Russell. There's a couple guys that I'm missing out on, but those guys put on a whale of an event. Chris Wall helped build the track, brought his equipment. Ranger, which is Chris's son, he's the one that actually announced the races and did the scoring. And I'm telling you, I think they had over 150 entries, and they ran a very efficient show. I mean, it was unbelievable. I mean, we got done much earlier than the previous year, just because everybody was ready. You know, all the racers were ready. When it was time to practice or race, they were up there because you knew you had to be. Mm-hmm. And it worked out really, really well. The track was awesome. It was fast. We had some new guys running quarter scale on dirt this year. We had Scott Rance. He ran dirt for the first time, bought Larry Hobson's car, and Worked on
I'll
it.
tell you what. Yeah, Todd. I when I was watching live on video, best I could with what the camera had said, I couldn't recognize that car that was, well, beating you.
Yeah,
And so
he
I
was
think it was on
fast.
Friday. I think.
Yeah,
We're like,
Friday he was
whose
extremely
car is
fast.
that? Because that thing looks good around there. I didn't know that it
Yeah,
was Rance that came out and raced. So yeah, he looked really
yeah,
good.
yeah. Hopefully he's hooked. I think he is. He was really fast and kept getting smoother and smoother. And then there was just a couple things here and there that bit him, just that he
Mhm.
wasn't used to. And but he had the car working, and he proved that he could drive it on dirt. And Brian, I think as far as
Brian looked really good.
as far as people that were there the previous year,
Yes.
Brian had to be the most
Yeah,
improved. He
Yep.
had it working.
Yeah, you stepped up your gain on that. What was the difference from last year to this year, Brian, when it comes to that car?
I set it up completely different after being out there at your track for the Dirt Nationals. I learned a lot out there for sure, because that's, I say real dirt, not a groomed track like these guys do. I mean, it's a totally different surface,
Mhm.
but just completely different setup. And I'm going to change it again for next year, so we'll see how that goes. But I can't leave well enough alone,
Well, Todd, did you do a lot of changing on your car throughout the weekend then? Because
No, that's what bit me before was I started making changes, and this time I really pretty much left it alone except for stagger. I changed stagger a couple different times and changed gear, but other than that, I didn't mess with it really. Now my truck, on the other hand,
well, let's talk about the trucks. The first time out there at the Worlds and got invited. Kind of tell us what happened there, guys.
I think they put on pretty good. I think they put on a good show. I mean, the guys that were running up front were fast. They got down there. I think we ended up getting into didn't we get down to 6.9s, Brian, in the feature with the sprint cars Saturday night?
Yeah, we did.
And I think Paul got the yellow truck that's behind me of his. I think he got it down to 7.2s, 7.3s, somewhere like that, and was super fast. And I struggled with mine. I bought a car off of Brad Bowling, his old TNT, and which was a beautiful car. And I just didn't quite have it right for the dirt yet. And even though I copied every single thing on that 95 over to it, it doesn't matter. They're totally, it just didn't work the same. But I think Tony and John Walker, they had a good time with the trucks.
Yeah. Good.
Chris Stump, I know he enjoyed running his truck and sprint car both. We got to get Brian now truck to run on dirt. But
there you go, Brian.
Just didn't race it on dirt.
Yeah.
Well, we
had a good turnout. We had some that couldn't make it that really brought the
one was
numbers
me
down.
because I had shoulder replacement surgery.
Right.
Liskey had something going on, and so there was two for sure couldn't make it for sure. So,
MPR ended up not being able to come also.
Yeah, they couldn't make it from MPR, and then
what happened to the old man? I can't think of his name.
It could be any of us.
I call him Dad.
Oh, Gunder.
Gunder, yeah,
Todd,
yeah.
Todd
I didn't see him out there.
He was there.
Down under.
He was there.
Yep, Todd was there.
How come I didn't see him in the finishes?
He had a lot of bad luck.
Did he?
He had a rough day on Friday.
He had a rough day on practice day and ended up parking it. And
so he didn't race
run
Saturday.
a little bit.
He raced
ran
Friday.
Friday. Yeah.
Yeah, he destroyed the front end Friday.
It hit extremely hard. I mean, it broke the wall and
it did.
It broke the chassis. It drove it back on the right front. One of the bars was driven back probably 4 inches. And that car it's a really, really good car. And he was just missing something and we couldn't figure out what it was. And felt bad for him. I wish he could run. I love racing with him and hanging out with him. But
he's a cool guy. I learned a lot from him and stuff. So
he wasn't going to bring it out for concourse and or King of Bling or whatever they call it there. And so he was in the camper, so we went ahead and brought all the pieces and parts and laid them there.
Is that why his wing was kind of upside down, sideways?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think he was too impressed.
We got to make
Well,
sure he
can that car
showed,
be
though.
fixed?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, we got some photographs here real quick here. I just kind of screenshot them off the live video, and maybe you guys can explain a little bit about that. That is looking, I believe, out of turn 2.
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
That's
yeah.
exactly
Well,
right.
actually, yeah, turn 4 because you see the scoring loop
Oh,
hanging
yep.
over the top of the track.
Okay.
Now, us on the driver's stand, we would call that, when you're standing there, we'd call that turn 4.
Okay.
And
Yes.
I didn't know for sure where the camera was
It's a
sitting
heat
at.
race because there's only 4 of us
yeah,
out there.
And that
right.
Brian, you're back here in the back. I think that's third place starting is one at Tony.
Tony, yep.
Yeah.
And Paul Covington. I can't see is that Scott Rance's car?
I think it's Rand.
I think so.
Okay.
No, that's mine. No, that's
Is that
mine.
you?
Is it?
Yeah.
And
couldn't
then there you guys on power.
The track was sweet. I mean,
Well, it
really
looked like it
was.
took a lot of rubber. I mean, you can see
Oh, it
how
did,
black it
yeah.
was.
It was the
Um,
big difference this year was when you walked on it, there wasn't like your feet didn't stick to it like it did last year. Like it was like
Sure.
super tacky, which I think worked better for us.
Mhm.
And there was the A main there, I believe. And I can't remember if this was Friday or Saturday afternoon. So, and then there you guys on power.
Yeah.
So yeah, the track looked really nice. It looked really
yeah.
smooth. Like I said, on video, it looked like the straightaways weren't very long, but you can't really tell on video.
Yeah,
So,
it's hard to tell. Gatsky, he ran the sprint car again with us,
Yep.
and he had a ball.
that's one guy that starts out slow, but he ends up strong on Saturday night.
Yeah.
He
He
finished
had a
third.
good.
I think that's the second time in a row that he's finished third
Yeah.
again.
Yeah, he had a good run, and we always enjoy running with him. And
Did he run his fifth scale late model?
Yeah.
yeah.
So who ended up winning the sprint car championship then?
I didn't do with the points or anything, so I have no idea.
So who won
You
Saturday
know what?
night? I guess let's say the final.
Oh, you're talking about that. Saturday night, I was able to win Saturday night, and Scott Rance won Friday night.
Yep.
Hey, how about the truck?
The truck
Yeah.
was won by Stump. Yeah.
Stump.
Yeah,
Stump on the truck?
Yep.
Oh, both nights, or
I had a wall problem.
you had a wall problem? He won
Did he
both
win
nights.
it?
Right?
Did he win Friday night?
I think he won Friday night.
Yeah, I think he did too.
I'd have to go
Huh.
back through the pictures.
Well, we got a little, and I'm hoping I've got this downloaded right.
Uh-oh.
So I'll play it and see if it works. So hold on. So that was kind of last year's little video. But that kind of gives everybody that kind of gives everybody an idea what it was. It was that kind of we were talking earlier, they removed the driver's stand, I believe, kind of ground.
Right.
How'd that work out?
I think it worked out
much
good.
better.
Yeah.
Because you could walk right up from your car to the stand. They got rid of the trailer and just made it dirt. So you just
Right.
walked up like a little hill, basically.
Well,
a lot easier to get in and out of.
there was a
Yeah, and it
video
was
that I
just-
was trying to uploading, and one of you guys created it. And I couldn't get the thing uploaded. It was on Facebook page, but I couldn't get it uploaded on here. But it showed that you guys were sitting around. Last year we were out there. We sat outdoors around the fire pit there by our
We did that
campers.
too.
This year, you guys, I saw you were inside. So
It was cold.
it was kind of cool to see you guys sitting inside with the little fire going on. But I didn't see your TV, Todd. You wasn't watching any racing.
Yeah, we ended up having it in there. Was it Saturday night?
Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday we had
Yeah.
it in there.
Thursday nights when we had the fire pit out because it was 40 degrees inside there.
Yeah.
The doors were not
Man.
open because the breeze it was probably below freezing with the wind chill.
Yeah.
Was cars hard to turn over and start being that cold?
They
not
did
like
start a little hard. Yeah, they did.
Especially since you don't have any chokes on these things, you know.
Especially the first time in the morning or whatever,
Yeah.
you come out in the afternoon or whatever, it was kind of hard to get them started. But yeah, I think it couldn't have worked out any better. We can't wait to.
So, what is the future for the Worlds for next year? I know,
They've
did they
already
make an
announced the date.
announcement on race dates yet?
Yeah, they have, and I don't have it off the top of my head. Do you, Brian?
I can look here real quick.
Because, the reason we're
It's basically the
talking
same
about
weekend,
this,
but next year,
yeah,
Okay.
In October, I'm assuming,
yes,
right?
22 to 24 October next year.
You know, that's going to be a busy fall months because we got the Nationals in August, Dirt. We got Asphalt Nationals in September, and then we go right into to the World. So it's going to be a busy summer. So,
Yeah.
speaking
They're all a month
of
apart. It'll be okay.
speaking of breaking news, Outlaw Raceway Park's going to be hosting the 2026 Dirt Nationals in August.
Hey.
I believe it's the weekend of the 12th through, I don't know, Brian, you got it there. 12th through something.
Somewhere.
Yeah, it's that weekend of the 12th.
believe
But
so.
we're going to be hosting the Dirt Nationals again this year and looking forward to doing that. So that's kind of breaking news that we got going on. The reason we're talking about the Worlds and stuff, we have a point series. And what we did was, and we're going to try to figure out trophies or plaques. I have to get offline with Todd about that. And what we do is we add all the dirt racing throughout the summer. We had the Gator Nationals in February, I believe. We had the Outlaw race here, and then we had the Worlds, and that all has points. And I sit down and I figured the points out. And so I'm just going to run through the top 16, starting with Kurt Verschure. He was 16th with 172 points.
And not to interrupt, but you did that on Friday and Saturday, correct?
This
So
is Friday and
everyone knows?
Saturday A features.
Yes, two separate races.
And we have one throwout in case you have a bad race. 305s are not included. And the trucks are not included this year because it's something new. Tiebreakers and points would be by total wins, which we had that already in this. And then the next one is total points without throwouts. So that is our tiebreaker. So Ken Verschure out of Iowa was 172.16. Kevin Gunthy was 15th. Dave Perello was 14th. Now remember, they didn't race the last two dirt races, so that's why they're down.
Right.
Cody Gasky is 13th with 186 points. Matt Maneri was 12th with 190. I was 10th with 192. Scott Rance, he had 192, but he had that one win, which broke the tie for me and him. Randy Order was 8th with 196 with one win, and that was here at the Outlaw. He won the championship out here on Saturday night. John Pepchok was 7th with, I need to start, my eyes are getting bad, John Pepchok with 286 points. Now, he did run the Gator Nationals and he did run Outlaw. However, he got DQ'd Saturday night, so that counts as 0 points. Todd Gunder was 6 with 368 points. Brian Howard, you in the top 5
Holy crap.
with 370 points. Now, if you came down to the Gator, you might even done better. You missed the Gator 1 and 2. Paul Covington was 4th with 378 with 1 win, and that was down at the Gators. Unfortunately, he didn't run Outlaw because he was in the 305 class. So that but he still had 4th. Tony Wachter was 3rd with 440 points. 2nd. Okay, so we got 2 guys left. Who do you think won the championship, Todd Holloway or Chris Stump?
I don't know. He asked me today, and I said, I don't have any idea.
Well, okay, so 2nd was Chris Stump, 470 points, and Todd Holloway, you won the championship with, I believe, 490 with 3 wins. So that's our top 16. Can you imagine if we had all 16 cars throughout the series?
And it's really possible that we could do that, because when you're naming those names like Randy Order and all the men and women there from Colorado, I think
Don
they would love
Liskey was missing.
Yeah, and Donnie and Laurel, and I really think that they're going to try to make more of the dirt races next year. They missed out on it. Johnny missed out on it, so.
Yep.
I think we could have a really good series next year.
Yeah, looks good. So, so that's kind of the rundown. We'll figure how we're going to do trophies for these guys and how to get into them and stuff. So,
and the key to the whole thing is building it up for your race for the Nationals. For the Cusack National Dirt Race.
Sure.
The more that we can run, the more people feel like, okay, it might be worth buying a set of tires. If we can run 2 or 3 times a year.
3 and 3, yeah, exactly.
Tires, and they're from 2018, and they're still working fine.
Oh, mine is old. Mine came from.
Yeah, right. They do last.
Mine came from the Schmecker, and you know how old those tires are because he hasn't ran dirt in years. So, let's get on chat here and see what everybody's going on. Maybe they can ask questions. Kevin is on. Hello, people. Jace Edwards is on. Jace is one of our 10 scale guys. Thomas Case, look at the head on that thing.
You know who he must be talking about you. Oh yeah.
Me? Look, I bought.
Yeah, I'm sure that's who he's talking about.
I still got it.
I'm sure he's looking at the glare on Todd's head.
And Thomas, and a little story about Thomas and his son Caleb. Caleb just went off to
Air Force, I believe.
Air Force, yes.
Oh.
So we got to give kudos to him.
Sure, you bet.
He was racing a Kenyan midget. He raced quarter scale with us and go-karts, and his dad Thomas raced with us. And
cool.
Now Thomas is going to be an empty nester, so we're working on getting him coming back racing with us. And if he does, I'm sure he'll run some dirt. So you'll get to know him.
Cool. Burn
this place down.
Kim Myers said it was a busy weekend for the quarter scale nationals, of course. Kim says, hey guys, Dennis Campbell is one of our racers. Dennis is actually from around the Ozark area, and he comes up and race. So he drives a long way to come race in 10 scales. So Kim says Gunder has have too much pineapple. So
I think he ate the majority of it.
He had a good reason.
Let's talk about different tracks that want to get on board. There's really not a lot of dedicated quarter scale tracks out there, but we have a lot of fifth scale tracks. Kind of mentioned, Todd, who some of the people might get on board, or we're going to approach them to bring in more dirt.
I was talking to Kevin Ginthy last night, and he's on here right now. But in Wisconsin, they have a RC complex basically called, I think it's Cheese City Raceway.
I think so.
And they have
that's the picture right there, right? Yep.
And these came courtesy of Kevin. I guess they run 10 scale there, They have indoor track they run 10 scale on. They run the outdoor track. Then they've got off-road stuff that they do. Fisk, this track looks really, really small in the pictures, but they've ran Fisk scale there before.
Yes,
quite a
they've
bit,
done
I
lot of
guess.
scales over the years. Yeah.
So Kevin is big with their, and the track looks bigger there. I'm not 100% sure where the racing line would be, by because it's wintertime now is when he took these pictures.
Mm-hmm.
But they're gearheads, and Kevin thinks that he can talk to them and possibly get us a date to run our third race, possibly there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure. I know for the guys up in the Illinois, Rockford area, I'm not sure how far a drive that'd be for you guys, Mike, from Nebraska, but they've got a real nice driver stand.
Making it. That's their driver stand.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow, that's sure beats the hell out of mine.
But
Wow.
he seems to think that it's something that we can maybe take a trip up there and take a look at it and talk to them and
It's
and
just
see if
north
it's
of
something.
Rockford.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Huh.
So it's just over the border in Illinois or into Wisconsin. Monroe, Wisconsin's where it's at.
So
Monroe,
what
yes.
about you mentioned earlier tonight, Todd, about Sebastian Raceway? Is that another one that?
Yeah, we met. Oh man, I should have looked his name up again. I'm friends with him on Facebook. We met him last year at the Worlds and at the Gators.
Oh yeah. 309 Racing.
Yes, and he runs that track, I believe, the Sebastian Speedway. And the Fiskale guys put on a big money race there last year or this year. There's some video of that track online, and they showed interest of having us come there and run. So, between the two of them, if one doesn't work out, maybe the other one will, and we'll try to put in a date that kind of like you said, the schedule's pretty full.
Oh, it's for real full, yeah.
Yeah, and that was what was nice about the Gator Nationals. It's in the end of February when not much is going on.
Sure.
But we understand, that they're wanting to streamline their program, and this year it just didn't work out for us to come back and run there this year. And I wish them the best, and hopefully we get a chance to, go back there and run again, because just like the Worlds, it's an awesome facility, just like your track, and good people. And so, but the way Kevin explained this track, that they'd be pretty open to letting us race there. And now they probably run 10 scale cars that weekend too, or that 2 or 3 days, because that's what they're big in is 10 scale. And, I don't see an issue with that, just because let's say there's 100 of them there. That's 100 people that maybe never knew about a quarter scale car. So, we'll see what happens. I told Kevin I tried to get up there.
Oh, sorry, Todd. Go ahead.
So
I told Kevin I'd try to get up there and take a look at it and see what we can come up with.
Well, Sebastian Raceway, that's farther south in Illinois.
Yes.
That's
Right.
south of Cedar Rapids, I believe.
Yeah, I think I put
ginormous.
Yeah, they've got 2 tracks.
Yes.
Smaller one inside the big one, but the video that I sent Mike, man, it sure sounded like they were running.
They weren't even lifting, and these
No,
were
I
fifth
know
scale
it.
guys, and
they were flying.
I couldn't get
I
the
saw
video to
videos of them
upload.
using- They raced the short track for that big money race they had.
But
it's
that's still a
huge.
big track.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
it's a
still weren't
midget
lifting.
track, I believe. I believe it is. What is a midget track or something?
Go-karts.
Go-kart track.
Yeah, go-karts, yeah.
Yeah. And then, is there another track that you talked about, or was that just the two?
There is a track in over around, is it around Cincinnati, Brian?
The one in Madison?
Madison, yeah.
5 Point Speedway?
Yeah, I know Tony has mentioned that, and I think that you might have mentioned it, that
The guy
there's a
is basically
possibility.
like Mike's backyard. He's invited us to come try it before.
Right, and we probably need to do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
And that
we all
was-
love asphalt racing, but there's just nothing like the the dirt racing, you run the littlest amount of time,
Yes.
and the littlest amount of practice, and the races are the shortest. But my heart does not beat as fast ever.
Yeah.
Well, I can't say ever. Sometimes it beats pretty fast, but
Depends if you're in the
during that-
shower or not, right?
exactly. But
And I'm sure Chris is on.
there's some other times when my heart rate's gone way up too. But
Oh,
anyway, I digress.
sorry, I had to throw that out there.
Yeah,
That's funny.
but that 30 or 40 lap feature or a 15 lap heat race,
It sure doesn't
I
seem
mean,
like
it's
it's
like the
that
real-
short, I tell you that.
Right.
yes, it's like the real thing. It really is.
Well,
And
I've
we
always
don't- well,
said
the
if
big
you
thing is
guys
they
are
don't-
scared, what's that, Brian?
No, say they laps don't count under caution.
Right.
Right. And usually they invert back to the last previously lap.
Correct.
So either you can gain a position or you can actually lose a position because of a yellow flag come out. So
Right.
one thing I've always said, if you guys are leery about running on dirt, for me, I don't think we get as much mud and dirt packed in. Now, my track, it could be because it's an outdoor track and you're trying to gauge the weather and the wind and the sun and get the right moisture down. But some of these tracks, I don't think you get the dirt that gets advertised. Oh, I don't want to get my truck car full of mud and everything.
Right.
So,
Right.
I mean,
Right.
I left the mud on my car from your track for the Worlds.
you took a little Lincoln dirt with you.
The only place that was really muddy on your track was that back stretch that.
Yeah, and that was a problem. We had a lot of rain in it, and
you had a torrential downpour, so it was a drainage.
Yeah,
and the amount of water you had, it wasn't that bad, honestly.
And we all knew it was there, but we all went out there and drove through it.
We all
drove
found
through
it.
Yep.
Yeah.
But the other thing I've always said too is dirt, to me, is a really great equalizer.
Yes. It is.
You know, like when I raced down in Texas, if your car was off, it was off, you know.
Mhm.
Whereas in dirt, if your car is off, somebody can screw up in front of you and you can end up finishing, you know, in pretty good position, you know.
Right.
So
You learn
dirt
how to
is
drive a lot better on dirt too.
what's that?
You learn how to drive a lot better on dirt.
You know, I think sometimes I take that dirt racing out here that I've done for so many years, went to Texas, and it kind of calmed me down a little bit when it comes to the driving part of it, because, you know, you're always on edge where that car will hit a rut or hit a groove or hit something that you're not. This what makes dirt fun, because you're out there, you're searching for moisture for one thing. And that's
Right.
what I do. I'm either move up or move down, looking for that extra little bite. But at the same time, you could be running a perfect line, and all of a sudden you go in turn one and hit a little rut that got formed throughout the night, and that car would take off on you a little bit.
Yeah,
Whereas
right.
asphalt, you're pretty consistent. So that's what makes, for me at least, dirt racing fun, because you're chasing the track as well
And
as everybody else. So
Yeah. And like Brian said, it does, I think, help you with asphalt.
sure.
As long
Because
as you don't drive like dirt on asphalt.
it kind of I don't know, you know, that sometimes we all think there's just one line out there, but it kind of the dirt kind of teaches you, like Mike said, you know, to be able to move around a little bit, you know, and try different things. And so that makes it interesting. And Mike, I tell you, I've neither one of us has mentioned it to you, but Kim and yourself did an awesome job at the Nationals this year at your race. I think that went probably as smooth as any of them has gone. You were as
Even with the
relaxed
technical
as I've
difficulties, which you can't predict.
Yeah, you
What's
were
that?
as relaxed as I've ever seen you.
You know, I had fun. Whoops, I'm trying to delete all this out. There you go.
You know, the thing that was just like when we got done at the Worlds, you know, we had a couple bonfires going out there. Bill Empson and Steve Russell, they had a fire going in their area, and we had one in ours. And Tractor Morgan that races Fiskale, he came over to ours for quite a good time with him and his wife, and we talked for hours. And we ended up over.
I apologize again, by the way, Todd.
Yeah.
I had my daughter and future son-in-law there, and
Oh,
It's quite entertaining.
Oh, it is very entertaining. She'll put Brian in his place. So if
Oh,
anybody out there in quarter scale land needs someone to put Brian in his place, just get a hold of his daughter. But I'm sure he lets her a little bit. So, but anyway, you put on a great show. Us sitting around the fire at the end of the night at your place was, what was there, 20 of us sitting around
Oh,
the
we were
circle?
sitting around your trailer, and who was the guy that was making the mini beers?
Drew.
Drew Craig.
Yeah, we were
You
sitting
won't
around there.
probably see him running dirt anymore.
You didn't like it?
He struggled, and
Well, first year out, you will.
Yeah, and he ended up selling these tires to Scott Rance.
Oh,
Scott bought them.
Yeah,
Okay.
Scott bought them and cut the front ones
It's not
down.
for everybody. Yeah.
But I think Drew would have fun if he gave a chance. Now, he drove all the way from Peoria, Illinois, all the way to the Worlds and watched us Friday and Saturday and hung out with us.
He did watch. Come down and watch.
He came down and hung out.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
He had a good time with us.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I think that I think if he could get a sprint car, I think he would like it probably a lot better on the dirt. But to each its own. And
sure.
But
sure.
yeah, I just wanted to make sure you and Kim knew how great a job
thank
you guys did.
I'm sure.
Yeah, appreciate it for sure.
It's a lot of work. But this past year, I had the best time, and I didn't even race. And I really had a good time doing it this year. I mean, I've been doing it since 2017.
Yeah.
And we missed 1 year. But this year was really everybody seemed to get along. Everybody was easy going. I think it was just a relaxing time. We did our Friday night friendship. Me and Brian came in the house, and it was hot out, but it's August. I mean, I don't know. Nothing you can do about that. And this is a dirt track. It's outdoors. It's what it's all about, So nothing against the manicured track like the Gators and Worlds where it's inside. We're dealing with a lot of different issues, So so we had a good time. Let's see. Thomas Case gives a thumb up. I think earlier when you were talking about him.
Yeah.
There's our 305 dirt champion, Paul Covington.
Hey, speaking of that, why he says that, this is a good opportunity to let everybody know that the Cusack jackets have been mailed out.
Oh, cool.
The Cusack championship jackets for this is Paul's for the dirt race at your track.
Okay.
And it's got the logo and everything on the back of them. Shameless plug there. I know this isn't just a Cusack show. It's a quarter scale show. But everybody that's expecting a jacket, they've been mailed for the Asphalt Nationals and the Dirt Nationals. So you should be seeing those.
I really wanted one of the Asphalt Nationals. I just could not get that. I just couldn't get around Sadler's kid. And I thought I had him Saturday night for the points. And then I started in the rear, and we'll review the Asphalt Nationals too here a little bit. But I thought I had him. I thought, man, this car's hooked up. I got all my problems figured out with the servals and steering, and I started in the back, and I worked my way forward. And about 5 laps, I was second and got underneath and coming out of turn 2, and the car was gone. I mean, it was. And then I noticed the car starting to change, and I thought, God, is it getting slick out there? Because the car just seems to be so loose. And I come out of turn 4, and the left rear tire fell off. So, and I've never had that happen. I've always tightened everything down and everything. So, and I thought, man, this is my jacket. I'm going to either win this or I'm going to lose it. And of course, fate has other options for me. So, Scott Rance says, dirt is awesome, easy bake. And then Dave says, I agree with Paul on dirt socks. So.
But he'll be back. I promise.
Yep.
Dave will be back, and Scott will be back, and Paul will be back. All those guys that say that, they have fun.
Well, let's review the Asphalt Nationals real quick. It was down in Texas. Brian, can you fill us in on everything that happened down there? Do you remember?
Oh, my God. That was like how many months ago?
It was last week.
No, I can tell you it wasn't. can barely have, we were talking about the Worlds, and I can barely remember that, and that was 2 weeks ago or something.
Uh-huh.
While we were down in Texas again, it was hot, very hot again. I had a lot of rain because I ended up moving pits. I remember that.
I was waiting for snakes to squirm around your, because you were actually sitting in water.
At one point I was, so at that point I would think it was Wednesday. I was like, moving the trailer. I moved up closer to Todd, and they were still in the water, but between rain and fire ants over there, it was time to go.
Oh,
They were bad.
I people
Well, you
told me to
guys had
watch
it where
out for
you
the
were
fire
too.
ants, and you had that carb toss on that old track there.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was standing next to Laurel, and all of a sudden Laurel goes, "What the hell's biting me?" And she's slapping her legs, and all of a sudden I look down, they're biting me. We got into a nest of fire ants.
Yeah.
I
You'll run
never.
into those there, and you'll run into them in Alabama real bad.
Yeah.
Wow.
Tony's dad got into them at the Nationals in Alabama, and boy, he probably has scars on his legs
He
from
still
all those
does.
bites.
For
He
the
still
little
has
tiny
scars on his
things, can they
Yeah.
bite? Wow.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
watch
it
out
was.
for those little mounds of dirt.
Well, how
Yeah.
many cars showed up at the Asphalt Nationals this year? Do you remember offhand? Kind of a good rough idea.
I want to say it was 75, 80 range.
Really?
Somewhere right in there, I think. Yeah.
And of
Yeah.
course, we
Yeah.
debuted the 305 class.
We had the
Any
first-
since June till now, any backlash, any positive, negative reviews on the 305 class since it was brand new this year?
I honestly haven't heard much about it. Other people have asked about it. It just comes down to most tracks. Like we run sprint locally sometimes. We don't run it all the time, but we will. Most of us will run blue plates. So if somebody wanted to, we could run red plates just to run so they could run. It wouldn't
Sure.
bother us any, but it's the local tracks at this point if they want to do it. I don't know if anybody's actually doing it. Honestly, I think everybody's still running blue plates. Even after the Nationals, the guys that ran red plates at Nationals, I think are running blue plates basically throughout the year
Yeah.
at their local club levels.
So, what do you think on for the Nationals this year in Eagles? Is that going to be an added class on for the 305s? Now, the
I mean, it's a
305 guys,
legitimate-
the
It
305s is
doesn't need to
actually
be
the red
added
plate,
in.
which is
It's the
8.5.
legitimate class as far as the rules go. So
Mhm.
if we have, I want to say, what is it, 5 or whatever? I don't know. If we
Mhm.
have at least 5 people, we'll run it.
Mhm.
I think it's 5.
I think so.
I think it's about 5 because we got to justify expenditures of the awards and stuff by the track
Sure.
and us,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
organization. So we'll see how it goes.
Mm.
I'm expecting to run it. I don't see why we won't be. We'll play that one by ear. I think all the rest of the classes won't have an issue.
So, when is the Asphalt Nationals, Todd? That'd be in your home track in Eagles, right?
Yes. Yeah. It'll be at Ingalls. We've had it there since 05. I think we've had 3 nationals there. We've never had the week-long nationals. We had it back when we were running, either 4 or 6 races series, the NCS series. So this will be our first week-long. The town is excited for us to be there. They're happy for us to be there. We'll have areas for people to, park their RVs and that kind of stuff. So, Brian, I'm sure Brian's got the date. It's
21 to 25 September.
So this is something different because usually you guys have the Nationals in June. What's the weather like in September up there in Eagles then?
80s.
So it's going to be good weather then usually.
Yeah.
So what was the reason of the move? I mean, why'd you guys go to late fall or early fall, I guess?
There's 2 reasons ultimately. The horrendous heat, which most racers could probably deal with, but the rain interfering with the racing for the last 4 years somehow, just some years worse than others. Texas, it seems like they've had it the worst the 2 times we've been there.
Mm-hmm.
MPR wasn't too bad. LPR wasn't too bad, but we've dealt with rain. So we're going to see if I went back 5 years when we were discussing this as a track and when we were discussing inside of Cusack too. I went 5 years back and looking at the historical data for rain in the month of September in that area of Indianapolis, basically. there's one day with possible trace of rain in the last 5 years. That means it's going to rain probably one of the days
Yeah.
because that's just how it works. But
Right.
history
But
says we should be okay.
But you'd also had people that had suggested this, in the past and brought it up at town hall meetings or brought it up, by sending in a suggestion, stuff like that. People's asked about it,
Making it an end of the year race versus a beginning of the year race for a national event.
Mm-hmm.
And, I don't have I don't have any, what am I trying to say? I don't have a preference one way or another, I guess would be the best way to say it. And I know that the CUSAC officials, they're the ones that, there's some people that it's not going to work out for, and there's other people that love the idea. So it goes back to you're not going to make everybody happy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a dog in the fight, is what I was trying to say. But I know that Brian and Doug both have, kind of gone out on the limb to try to make this work and for it to benefit, all the quarter scale racers. So hopefully people give it a chance. I know that there's probably a few kids that it might affect as far as them being able to be there. Yeah. But, the majority, I think it's going to, benefit, we hope, and we'll see how it goes,
Right. Well, rain's a big problem with me too, because I worry about rain. Because if you get too much rain, we're done for a while because that track will get saturated. But it has a history of drying out pretty quick. Problem is, you can't get on the track to get it rolled in and smoothed out, so you could have a real rough track. And well, I knock on wood, I've been pretty fortunate that we haven't had too bad of a weather out here outside of the humidity and the heat. So, and I can't really run in September and October because we got too much football going on with Huskers. You can't get a motel room. And if you do, they're going to triple the price on you. So I have to work around that. So
and I believe we're okay with that for us, because I did look at calendar of like the Colts and basketball. I don't think has started yet. They start this time of year. So
then
I think
the Brickyard's in what, August?
Yeah, we're not around the Brickyard.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, if we are, we're after it.
Well, I know Todd reminded me earlier that I'm scheduled on Knoxville Nationals, and I think the only driver that could, I didn't even think about it because of the scheduling that we have. Kurt Verschure might not make it down this year because they got season tickets. So, but otherwise, and I hate to see that, but with my scheduling and everything, it's kind of hard to work around. So, speaking
going back to Texas, I don't know if you ever finished that or not.
No, we have not. No.
Yeah, they're another club that put on a heck of a event for us too.
I thought they did. The food was good, and
the food was awesome. The camaraderie was great. The guys that run the races, the Babbitts that basically run that track, along with Mike Sadler and those guys, they always put on a great event, and we always enjoy going there. So hopefully that's something that we can continue. And I don't know how many times.
Restaurant trip at the end of the day is every time.
Yeah.
Didn't we go to IHOP or something one time, or what was it? IHOP or
Waffle House?
Waffle House.
Friday night.
Friday night.
Or then we went to Texas Roadhouse one night and took over half the place.
Yeah.
But that happens at about all the races. I remember coming home from Clover. Well, not coming home, but going back to the house or to the motel from Clover, pouring down rain. Gosh, you couldn't see. And it was 11 or 12 o'clock at night. The only place open is Waffle House. And windows are all steamed up. And we go in there, and there's Larry Hobson and, all the guys that Randy not Randy Bagwell. Well, Randy Bagwell was probably there too, but everybody was in there, and that was the only place you could eat, basically.
Right.
So it was a lot of fun.
Well, me and Dawn had a good time. I think we were talking earlier. We got tired. Me and Dawn got tired late Saturday because we were dealing with water. we couldn't walk out of that trailer, and we sunk a foot down in that mud and slot. And I think it just kind of wore on us because me
Yeah.
and Dawn said, "Screw it, we're not running the sprint car class." We just sat in the air conditioner in the motorhome. And actually, they they were looking for us because I didn't know they were having their awards banquet then, because we're just kind of hanging out in the motorhome watching TV, relaxing and stuff. So, but that's something that track can't handle. They can't stop Mother Nature for doing,
No.
Right.
so yeah, I mean, people complain in this, but that's just part of the deal. I mean,
Yeah.
there ain't no difference out here. There's nothing we can
Right.
do. We hate to see it. So we got some guys coming on.
We
Let's
dealt with
see.
rain. This year was weird with rain everywhere,
Right.
all year long. I mean, but Freddie's track, I don't know if we had NPR or our track, but we did have rain, but not during the racing.
Right. Sounds like you better fire your crew chief. He must be talking to Dave.
Paul or Todd.
No, he's talking to you because you lost your tire.
Me?
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh. Dave said 5th overall Grand National, 3rd overall truck. Woohoo. Well, there is a conspiracy there because I swore to God those tires were tight. So somebody walked in there and loosened my tires up.
I'm sure
I'd
they
say
did,
that
Mike.
too. Yeah. I lost one at the Worlds in the truck. I went out there and just forgot to even put the lug nuts on it at all. And then
Oh, I remember that. You blocked the bearing up on the sprint car.
yeah, and then old Paul, the one wanting to fire the crew chief, how much stuff fell off his car at your track
Oh, shit.
last year?
A lot of stuff. And he still won the championship. So, Matthew Maneri, love dirt, hard work that is involved, relax in the seat of your pants, great racing. Thanks, Matt. We'll talk about you here in a little bit. Dave, can't wait for Ingold Nationals.
We can't either.
Job.
Some
And
of
then
us-
Scott Rance came on, so I'm actually really looking forward to the Dirt Nationals. Now I have a dirt tire. Cool.
Yep.
I'll tell you, here you go. Here's your nemesis, Todd. David Bradford.
Oh.
You know how many times I lost a tire?
Yeah.
0. Wow, guys. Well,
Of course-
said somebody
of
came
course,
in my
Dave.
trailer while we were in the camper and they loosened the left rear up.
Yeah.
That's all I can think of.
That's what happened to Todd, too.
We need to get Dave run some dirt.
There you go.
Yeah. I don't know. He always talks about it.
I
Hey,
know.
breaking news.
Oh boy.
This has to do with the Dirt Nationals. Maneri Aerosport has jumped on for the 2026 CUSAC Dirt Nationals. So
Awesome.
Maneri is on board. Me and him was kind of talking back and forth, but our chassis, he's helped me. He's helped me a lot on mine, and that's something that guys. And I told Todd this earlier. When you go to a big race, it's amazing what you can pick up. Like Brian, you told me about the spark plugs and stuff. So I changed the spark plugs, like you said. Seemed like it works really well. They're just different things that people do that you don't even think about. And I've been in the sport since 1986, and I'm still learning.
Yeah.
So if you don't get anything out of the Dirt Nationals or Asphalt Nationals, but you get educated to be better the next year. So, but yeah, breaking news is that Maneri Aerosports coming on board. Him and he's sponsoring this year for the Dirt Nationals. So, guys, if you're looking for quarter scale wings, get hold of Mr. Maneri, and I'm sure he's on Facebook. So look him up and order your sprint car wings. Get ready for the 2020-26 season. So, congratulations! Thank you for
Thank you, Matthew.
Matt.
Maneri. Let's see.
Now we've got to get him to the Ingles, to the Nationals.
Yes.
Maneri? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We miss you too, Dave.
So that was breaking news. Just come across the news wire on my fax machine. Come here in the background. So, now the rest of the story, as Paul Harvey would say. Let's see who else. There's something else that came on. I don't think I want to go any farther than that. We could be talking shower time.
Hey, I tell you what though, Dave and I have ran some hella races together. And I cannot think of a single time that we got into a wreck or anything that either one of us felt like was malicious or uncalled for. I don't even know if we've even really crashed one another, and we'll run each other as hard as Paul and I run each other as hard in practice as we do on the racetrack. And that's kind of like Dave and I, and, other guys will run like that too. But, Dave and I has always had a good understanding, and we've always had a lot of fun racing together.
Cool. Yeah, he big racer up in
Don't give
Algona,
Todd an
Iowa
inch
for
is the way
years.
to go.
Let's see. Okay, one thing I want to talk about real quick before we close the show out because we're getting kind of long here. AQSA. What is
American
that? And
Quarter
can you guys
Scale
kind of? I seen that
Association.
on Facebook the other day.
Mm-hmm.
That's what used to be more from the Mars series. Was it Charlie Agnew?
Yes.
And I believe he's South Carolina is where he's out of.
I think so.
But he's the one heading that up, and it's basically for all the tracks that aren't QSAC, so they can have a set of rules of their own. Essentially, they're mimicking QSAC so that if we go to their track or any of them come to our tracks, there's not going to be anything you really got to change. It's very flexible, but it gives all their tracks a non-QSAC rule book to use per se, and that's what the rule book's there for. They basically copied it, which I'm fine with. I mean, nobody's got an issue with it at all. There's a set of rules there. Why reinvent the wheel? Just make changes to what you need, and tracks will follow them if they want to, I guess. I don't know the inner workings and how they're doing everything, but I talked to Charlie for a while, and what he's doing is good for quarter scale, and that's what it's all about. QSAC's, well, I'm a part of that too, but I'm a part of quarter scale, and that's the whole reason for all of this is growing quarter scale, whether it's dirt or asphalt. So what he's got going and what they've now turned the Mars series, was it 3 races or 4, I guess, because they had the 2 in Alabama,
right,
or 5 or something. But instead of traveling like we do the Midwest Tri-State series with 4 tracks, they're just doing one bigger event a year, like the Worlds type schedule where you practice Thursday, race Friday, Saturday, hand out awards. So a short and condensed version of like the dirt or asphalt nationals. They're running it like the World's Dirt was, where you practice that one day and then you race all practice. I guess it would be short, but you're racing all day Friday and Saturday.
Now, what tracks are listed on this AQSA?
I don't know if they have tracks listed, but it would involve, was it Shat and LPR in Alabama, Easley, Clover, and Mountain Valley, I believe.
Oh, so there's 5 of them?
Yeah.
Wow.
4 or 5, yeah.
Yeah.
And it, like Brian says, it's about quarter scale. Charlie's had a podcast kind of like yours before the big divide that that all happened. And he did a great job promoting the quarter scale.
Yeah. And
him and I talked, after that, and he had a lot of great ideas and suggestions for QSAC. And so I think Brian will tell you, it's not like we've got 10,000 people or 5,000 people or 1,000 guys, so we have to get along. And we all love it, or we wouldn't be spending the money we are on this kind of stuff. So,
right.
I'm not speaking for quarter scale or for Brian or QSAC or anything, but you don't want to see that kind of stuff fail because you want quarter scale to grow. And call me crazy, but there's a reason why High Limit and the World of Outlaws works. And they might not admit it, but they're working together on their schedules and that kind of stuff.
They are now.
Yes. And I said it a couple years ago. I could see the guys in the Midwest that are primarily QSAC and the guys from down south. How awesome would it be to have a North versus South shootout?
I was just thinking of that, like
we're all
East
together.
West Civil War type thing, or
yes.
Wouldn't that be cool to have
and it could happen. It could work. QSAC could have a tech official they could have a tech official. Donnie Nelson and myself,
Yep.
we've worked together teching before, and it was awesome. And there's ways that he does stuff. There was ways I did stuff, but we worked together. We did it out in front, and that's the way you would have to do it. If we could get both clubs together, and that's basically what it is. It's a club.
And
If
and
you
one
can
of the
get,
things I was say
Go
one
ahead.
of the things I talked to with Charlie, and he talked about that too, was a North versus South.
Mhm.
This year's their first year as this new organization, so we're not trying to do anything, of course, but we're going to play it by ear and see what we can come up with. But our goal is to try to get everybody together somehow at a race, or get people coming back and forth. If they don't want to be CUSAC, or they want to be, that's fine. Nobody's mad at anybody. We just want to race and have fun.
Mhm.
The goal is to get everybody back together. How that works out, one of the ideas is a North versus South, basically World of Outlaws, high limit type thing, where it'd be more like getting
Be like a
one
super
race a
nationals
year.
they used to host way back in the early 90s then.
Right. 1 year it would be at one of their tracks, whatever they choose, and 1 year it could be at one of our tracks, that type deal. Like trying to get us something like that going too.
Hmm.
I don't know how that works or what it looks like. That is just an idea that we talked about.
Sure.
But it's a goal to get everybody back together. And somehow. It doesn't have to be every race, because we all have
Right.
our local clubs, and the club racing is what's going to keep everything going.
Yeah,
Well,
it
that's
starts
interesting.
with our clubs, and that's one thing with Ingles. We've got to do a lot better job, all of us as a group, promoting
Racing at home.
racing at home some, and that kind of stuff. And there is some new guys that's coming back this year, guys that had gotten out are getting back in, some of them. So I think you're going to see our numbers go up. Hopefully the guys down south, they see their numbers come up, our numbers come up across the board. Who knows what could happen, So I think we got a lot to look forward to.
Well, it's like the CUSAC West, right? I mean, they're kind of 3 tracks out there and stuff. So,
And that was just the name of their club.
breaking
CUSAC
news:
West.
Randy Order
Oh,
is
boy.
the district director out there now, out of Colorado. Breaking news comes across the wire.
And I'm glad to see that too, because him and Brian had been talking and stuff, and I'd heard some things behind the scenes on how much Randy had helped some of the guys and gals out there. And I happened to pick up the phone, call Brian, and Brian says, "I'm already on it." So he was one step ahead. And I talked to Randy just a little bit on Messenger and let him know that the Colorado Trios jackets were coming in a big box. So
Well,
I think
let's see. His uncle Paul won the 305 Nationals.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Randy won the Dirt 360 Nationals.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
who was the other one?
Donnie Sullivan.
What did he win? He won
Truck, wasn't it?
truck.
Yeah, on
Asphalt.
dirt. Yeah,
Dirt?
Dirt.
Yeah.
Really? See, I don't remember. Everything is a blur to me when it comes to that. So,
And then we
wow.
also
So,
have that track up in Washington that's now turned in their paperwork. So as far as I know, I haven't talked to Doreen or anybody else yet about it to make sure all the paperwork side of it's good. But
mhm.
that one, was it Pasco, however you say it, Paseo, whatever, up in Washington State, is now going to be a CUSAC track. So,
and there are a lot of guys that used to race quarter scale, and they're coming back.
This is that same group of guys, from my understanding, that used to race 15 years ago that are just now getting back into it, and they decided to open the track, or the track's been running 10th scale. So it's been reused. But these guys are just, I'm assuming they have more than just them, but they're getting back into it and going to run quarter scale again.
Right. Well, I know me and Don was on the phone today, and we were talking about our schedule for quarter scale, and we're talking about going to Iowa maybe once or twice early spring, early summer, and then maybe hit Ingles right before the Nationals to get a setup on it. I don't know, Todd, you're going to have to tell us what race to go to. And
short track racing, Mike.
I'd rather just go to a local race so we don't have to sit there and interfere with some of the bigger races since we're new to that track. But we plan to do the Dirt Nationals, Ingles, the Worlds. So there's plenty of racing for everybody around. So let's see. Thanks, Todd. Always had fun, respect with some of the best races ever. Matthew Maneri says September is a horrible time. That's our vacation month. RC Speed Car Super Series Community. Howdy, guys. Huh. Do you guys know anything about these?
Nope.
Folks?
You'll have to write that one down.
I'm going to have to write it down or kind of get on if you want and explain to me a little bit about your RC Speed Car Super Series. Is that out of Speed Car? That sounds like it's out of Australia.
Yeah,
You know, I thought the same thing. Yeah.
that's what I was thinking.
Speaking of Australia,
Racing Colin.
Racing Colin.
Yeah.
Howdy, guys. Your season is starting, I believe, because it's winter here and summer there.
Bucket list would be to go to Australia.
that'd be awesome.
I want to go to Australia and
Yeah.
I was invited down there with a house car. They said, "Come on down, we'll get you in a house car to race on dirt." Yeah, I would love to go to Australia, but I don't know if Kim can handle the 24-hour ride in an airplane.
That's kind of rough.
Yeah, and then
they're
Sean
not afraid
Rink
to go
is
on
one
that.
of our big racers out here in 10 scale. Hope you're recovering well from the surgery. Yes, I am. It's sore. Right now, I'm on a little bit of oxycodone right now, just so I can get through the show because I should be wearing my
Because of
brace.
Brian and I, probably.
So if I'm not making sense, you probably know why. But I'm in my
It's not our fault, Kim. He volunteered to do this.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when you're sitting around the house, you can't drive. You're not allowed to drive for 6 weeks, which I could drive, but they don't want you because if you grab the steering wheel in a car wreck or something and you jab your shoulder, I'm back in the hospital,
Mhm.
because it takes time for that new parts in there to heal, to
Mhm.
set and everything. So I'm in my 4th week and I'm in physical therapy right now. So next week, I guess I can get out of my sling, which, God, I hope so. I get tired of. And you ever work on a race car with one hand? That's what I've been doing. I'd be go out the shop and I'll work for a half hour with one hand with this in a sling, and I'm doing this, getting her done though. And so, yeah. But thanks, Sean, for thinking of me on that surgery. So hopefully, I get back on the stick here not too long. Racing Collins says was a series I ran a couple years ago in Western Australia. Okay. Got you on the good stuff. Oh yeah. Matthew Maneri says I want to drive one of Dale Pike's Storm sprint cars. Oh my! Have
That's
you
a
guys
good-
ever seen one of those Storm sprint cars?
Not in
Not
person.
in
but
person.
yeah.
Right.
Woo! I checked in on a price one of those. You talk about spendy, but shipping is a killer because you got to go through all the ports and everything.
Oh,
But
yeah. Custom
Right.
stuff and all that.
they are
beautiful
probably one of the closest quarter scale sprint cars, and our cars are cool. Our cars are cool, right? But those guys is super cool, because the quick change, the way the hoods fit, the way if you take a picture up close, you think it's a big one-on-one sprint car, like an outlaw car. The wings everything is scaled. It is so neat. And you talking about just the machine work on it, the ideas and stuff. Wow. I'd love to have one, but I could never probably afford one. So Racing Collins, if you're on, I do want to get a tail tank from you guys. If you can figure out how to ship a tail tank to me. So,
Are they Lexan or
they're fiberglass, but they're a real
fiberglass?
thin fiberglass. I really like.
Yeah,
I've got one, but I like to get another one. So if
Matthew's right too. I see where he said torsion bars, and
they're all torsion.
Yeah,
and they got their own custom shocks, and they're quite a car to look at. Really neat. So
the Bandit used to come run with us some.
Bandit used to come down
Yeah.
from Australia. Yeah. I don't know where he's at anymore. I haven't. He
Yeah.
was down at the Outlaw quarter scale Oval Nationals in Knoxville Nationals.
Right. And then
Nice
he
couple
came
times.
out to Kansas and raced at
Dave's.
Dave's
Schmecker's.
place too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, hopefully we can get a track out there soon.
Yeah, Dave. Hopefully we can get that track built.
I think it's gone.
He's
He can
doing
put it
some
back
work.
in. He can
Yeah.
put it back in. He's got plenty of land. Well, guys, anything else before we close the show out? I don't think I've got anything.
No. Thanks for
this-
doing the last minute end of the year show.
Well,
Christmas and Thanksgiving special all in one.
Yeah.
breaking news
Uh-oh.
coming across the teletype here. I think Mr. Holloway and myself is going to have our regular show for next year for quarter scale only. So we'll have to try to figure an idea what to call it and get some stuff made up so we
Yeah,
can.
don't let him name it. It'll be 14 sentences long.
Maybe I'll have to change that for next year.
Yeah, we'll
I'll
have
shorten
to.
that.
We plan on doing a little bit of that to, promote quarter scale racing across the country, not just track, but a lot of tracks. And Todd said he'll be one of our co-hosts, and then we can. And Todd, you know more people than I do in the quarter scale industry, so it'd be fantastic if you can get some people talked into coming on.
Well, you've got such a great, avenue to promote quarter scale. And like you said, the plan is to try to promote different tracks,
Mhm.
different tracks, different clubs, whether it's CUSAC, whether it's not CUSAC.
Sure. Yep.
So there's going to be a lot of stuff on there, and then we'll have some guests on and stuff. I think is your idea, and we'll get some different guests and maybe manufacturers and that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Get some guys on and talk quarter scale. And I'm still going to have my Friday night front stretch for my track here locally on the 10 scale side of it and the Dirt Nationals, of course. But this idea was kind of come across so we could promote the asphalt tracks, maybe even some dirt tracks across the country based with the quarter scale division of cars. So Todd's going to be our co-host. So we'll get something figured out. I don't know, Todd, you have to come up with an idea, maybe a different banner so I can post on here and send me some pictures and stuff. Cause I don't have a lot of quarter scale car pictures outside of locally around here. So, but yeah, we look forward to doing that next year. So guys, let's see, let's go one more on the chat series. Got you on the good stuff. Maneri, Torsion Bar, Chris Stubb says, hi, everyone. This is the second time, so I don't know if he's on the good stuff.
Hi, Chris. I still haven't worked on your car. It's right there.
Yeah, Chris. Uh-oh. My screen went blank.
Well, we're still here.
Yep. I can't see crap. I'm just guessing. So, I don't know what happened. Something happened. Well, anyway, there we go. We're back. You know what it's like to lose your monitor when you got all this stuff in front of you trying to run, and all of a sudden it goes blank. And So, well, guys, I don't have anything else, guys. Brian, share something that your thoughts or ideas going into next year. Anything new?
Nothing really new. Just hoping to have fun and racing again.
Okay. How about you, Todd?
Same thing. Just try to get through the winter as quick as we can, and so we can get back having fun, doing things we want to do. And I've got a lot of stuff sitting around here I've got to do, motors to rebuild and vinyl to do and cars to rebuild, and going to be a busy off season.
Hello?
Can you hear us, Mike?
Yeah, I can hear you. Todd, you there? You look like you're froze.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just sitting there, man, that guy is. I thought he's gone.
Might be.
Yeah. So, guys, I appreciate everybody coming on. I want to wish everybody, if I don't see anybody, happy Thanksgiving coming up next week. And then, of course, we probably won't see you guys until after the first of the year. So, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year coming into the 2025 season.
Yeah. Same to all you guys and all of the quarter scale family out there.
So Scott says, thanks, guys. So appreciate everybody coming on and spending a Friday night with me, Todd, and Brian. Guys, once again, this is Friday Night Front Stretch here at Outlaw Raceway Park, Lincoln, Nebraska. So we're going to be signing off. See ya.
See ya.
Bye, everybody.